Give me whatever Sailor is on and inject it straight into my veins. That is what Alex Becker wrote here today on top of Michael Saylor's post, where he writes, Bitcoin to 440,000 this year is programmed. Enjoy the golden bull run of 2025. He's talking about Bitcoin hitting 440,000 this year. Now, whether you agree with Saylor on this number or not, I'll leave you to decide. What I will tell you and what I believe confidently is that XRP, and in this case I want to talk to you about HBAR, will be two American cryptocurrencies that will far exceed Bitcoin when we talk about gains. And so in this video I want to talk to you a little bit about why Bitcoin right now is a big distractor from those that, number one, don't see a bull run coming, and number two, are only hearing about Bitcoin. All I ever ask is if you do like talking about Ripple and XRP and other digital assets, drop an X in the comment section, smash that like button, share the video, let others around the world know what's happening in this digital revolution. As I want to start with this, guys, because this was out of Cointelegraph here today and relevant. North Korean hackers we talked about not too long ago, the Lazarus group that did that big hack, are laundering crypto by pretending to be inexperienced traders and intentionally losing money. In one example, they write here today, 90,000 USDC for 2,300 USDT, making it look like a mistake while they're secretly profiting through their own bots. Also, Eleanor Tarrant wrote here today, new Executive Director of the Presidential Working Group on Digital Assets, we know as Bo Hines, a smart young man, 29 years old. I'll be 39 tomorrow, so 10 years younger than I, believes that within the next 2 months, we will see on President Trump's desk legislation for stablecoins. Now, this would obviously be huge for many of us XRP holders out there, as we know what is coming for RLUSD here in the States as well as globally. More importantly, what this will do for that burned token on the XRPL, XRP, and its price over time. However, I want to pull this clip. It's a 1 minute and 17-second clip up of President Trump's executive director, Bo Hines, talking about, quote, we talked about ways of acquiring more Bitcoin in budget neutral ways. We want, quote, as much as we can get. Let's listen here.
Well, we delivered on the president's promises that he made on the campaign trail. The president was adamant about creating the SBR. We wanted to make sure that we did it right in a way that respected Bitcoin for being so unique. And also give credence to innovation in other spaces of the digital asset world. So, for us here, we look at Bitcoin, it's not a security, it's a commodity. It has intrinsic stored value that's traditionally accepted. It has, as David likes to describe, the immaculate conception. There's no issuer. And, that's why, as you saw in the executive order, we compared this to digital gold. It's something that's imperative for the United States to have, retain, continue to build on. And I think that's worth pointing out that, the way that this is constructed, we talked about ways of acquiring more Bitcoin in budget neutral ways that won't cost the taxpayer a dime. And what I like to say about this president, I think it's high time that our president started accumulating assets for the American people, which is what President Trump is doing, rather than taking it away. And I think that's one thing that we really wanted to make clear in this executive order. And we're looking forward to working with our partners at Treasury and the Secretary of Commerce in order to find those budget neutral ways in which we can acquire more. I've been asked all the time, it's like, how much do you want? I said, well, that's like asking a country, how much gold do you want, right? I mean, as much as we can get.
Spoken like a true Bitcoin maxi. Now, this is what we're getting in the public. Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. While we know Ripple is talking to these government officials behind the scenes. In fact, just last week, we also saw that Ripple secured a Dubai license to offer crypto payments in the UAE. This is what is truly happening around the world. Is hedera put out today, built on hedera, the DIFC, speaking of the DIFC, Quartz global digital vault solution enables users to store, manage, and transmit sensitive documents with unprecedented security, setting new standards and protecting digital documentation. And this is an American cryptocurrency. This is music to the US government's ears. As what does a government need? Security, ability to store, manage, and transmit sensitive documents with high levels of security, and we see 2.1 billion with a B value on claims filed at the DIFC courts just in 2024. We know that the Ripple and SEC case is about over. And we feel like we've been saying this forever. Now, we did hear from Eleanor Terra, a reputable source, last week that it is about over. I believe we need to get Paul Atkins in. But what is being said behind closed doors is what we need to shine light on. We know what is happening around the world, globally, infrastructurally, with this digital revolution. But what we continue to hear day in and day out in the public is more about Bitcoin. Ladies and gentlemen, we will have a big bull run this year. I can say that with 100% confidence in my mind now. Of course, these are my opinions. And what comes for American digital assets as we see this legislation roll out that we know is coming, as he states, in 2 months and more to follow, is, I believe, a seismic move for assets like XRP and HBAR. And so if you want to be in Bitcoin as a store of value, it's up to you. Will we see a 4 or 5x in Bitcoin this year? Possible. But we're here for so much more. And when we take a look at digital assets like XRP, here today sitting at $2.24, that is so incredibly undervalued. And HBAR, just 18 cents. We couldn't put ourselves in a better position, I do believe, in knowing what is coming. That's all I got for you for now. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions in the comment section below. If you want institutional grade custody of your digital assets, I'm going to leave Caleb and Brown pinned in a pinned comment as well as a description, and we'll see you all in the next video.